Our bodies are made up of various parts that seamlessly come together to help us perform day-to-day functions. Some of them, like the heart and lungs, may pull more weight than the others, though we can all agree that every body part is important in its own way. Some parts possess awesome, specialized abilities beyond their day-to-day functions that most of us don't know about. We don't require these organs to be able to do these things in our daily lives, but for the specific situations for which they're designed, they can outperform even our best machines. Hey everyone, my name is Ethan, and in this video we will see 5 amazing things you didn't know our body parts can do. Number 5. Liver can reprogram itself to regenerate. Our body's ability to heal itself is truly extraordinary and something we take for granted. If it wasn't for that, every minor wound would turn into a life-threatening situation. For all its merits, though, our self-healing abilities aren't able to regenerate lost tissue. In cases of tissue damage, the most our bodies can do is patch things up with scars. Of course, that is true only if we exclude the liver from the conversation, which is the sole organ that can fully regenerate itself. Scientists have been impressed by this seemingly isolated ability for a long time, even if they don't quite understand how it evolved. A recent study may suggest the answer. In case of damage, the liver is able to reprogram itself to mimic the earliest stages of childbirth and regrow itself as if nothing had happened. Number 4. The skin can smell. Being able to smell our surroundings is one of the most useful abilities we have. It alerts us to any potentially harmful microbes in the surrounding environment and lets us know exactly what we need to avoid to remain healthy. We've always assumed that it's just the nose that has this ability. In some recent experiments, though, we've realized that a few other organs like our skin may also be able to detect smells. In a study, researchers discovered that the skin's cell division mode is triggered when the skin is exposed to a synthetic form of sandalwood oil. Simply put, some types of aromas may signal our skin to start its healing process. This works independently from our traditional olfactory receptors in the nose. Exactly how our body perceives odor and the precise organs involved in the process is an ongoing area of research. From all the information we've gathered to date, it seems that smell may have other functions in the body that we're currently unaware of. Number 3. Our immune system kills cancer cells every day. Most of us don't quite understand how cancer works, even if around 4 out of 10 people will be diagnosed with it at some point in their lives. Although the whole process is a bit more complicated than can be explained here. Simply put, it's what happens when the cells grow abnormally in any way. Some types of cancer accelerate the growth of the cells, while others slow it down, and it can happen to anyone. Cancer risk is the price we pay for having such a complicated and evolved growth mechanism. What we don't realize, though, is that the body is constantly fighting cancerous growths and comes out as the victor many more times than it loses. Our immune systems are constantly checking for cancer cells and destroying them, a process that's underway every day of our lives. In many of those cases, it takes a call on killing cells that won't die on their own and may turn into tumors. Despite our immune systems winning so many of the many battles going on in our cells, cancer is still prevalent in all human populations because the bad kind of growth only has to win once for cancer to happen. Number 2. Vagina has the ability to clean itself. Thanks to Big Pharma, many women think that vaginal discharge is some sort of impurity they need to clean up to keep things hygienic. The market is flush with products that claim to improve vaginal cleanliness, and unsurprisingly, many of them cost a fortune. If Big Vagina was an equally influential lobby, we'd know that it doesn't need any cleaning at all. As men around the world already know, the female vagina is an evolutionary marvel. At the time of puberty, it's colonized by a good kind of bacteria that gradually forms a mini ecosystem of its own. Vaginal discharge is made up of that bacteria, and it protects against sexually transmitted diseases along with naturally keeping the inner walls clean. That's why if a woman goes to a gynecologist, they almost always tell her to never wash the inside of the vagina. Well, if they're good at their job anyway. That's not to say that women should give up on cleanliness around their private parts altogether, as regularly cleaning the outer area is still essential. Number 1. Brain can manipulate time. As Albert Einstein spent his life trying to convince everyone, time is relative. It's only now that we have the tools required to prove that. And the more we experiment, the more we find that he was absolutely right. We now know that our perception of time is intrinsically related to our position in space and is influenced by many other seemingly unrelated factors. According to science, Our brain also plays a huge role in how we perceive time and even has the ability to tweak it when required. It's because of the simple concept that our internal clock is different from real time and is controlled by different parts of the brain. Ever notice that time seems to pass a lot faster when you grow old? It's not just in your head. Studies show that our internal clock really slows down with age, which in turn makes everything outside appear to happen faster. The same concept applies when time seems to fly by when we're having fun. Thanks for watching this video. We are going to create more video like this, and please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. We will be back with more videos.